Welcome to the channel with fast and easy guides to get straight to the point. I'm going to show you guys the fastest way to complete the Igon questline that will allow you to summon him for the Bayle boss fight, receive his great bow, and get his armor set. So for this video, you'll first need to have access to the Shadows of the Erdtree DLC, and if you haven't gotten to the Shadow Realm yet, this video here will show you the quickest route possible. Once you're in the Shadow Realm, you'll first need to speak to Igon. To do this, cross the Elat Great Bridge north from the starting location, and then you'll find him laying on the ground southeast of here, near the Pillar Path waypoint. After speaking to Igon, head south, and it won't be long before you'll encounter our first obstacle, an NPC invader called the Ancient Dragon Man. Once he is defeated, you'll want to keep heading south. Keep following this path I take here until you come across a cave in the cliffside. This is the Dragon Pit dungeon. For the sake of the video, we're going to just run past most of the enemies in here. They are fairly strong, but luckily they're also super slow and easy to run around. When the path splits here, make sure you take the left route. There is a mini boss to the right if you want to have some fun, but he's not necessary for what we're doing. Now, when you get to this large open cavern, you'll actually have to jump directly into the pit. This will take us to the Ancient Dragon Man boss fight. You'll need to defeat him to leave the Dragon Pit dungeon. Once he is defeated, push open the doors to locate our next site of grace. After that, keep making your way east to exit the cave. Once you get outside, you'll want to head east into this valley to defeat our first Jagged Peak Drake. Now, these drakes aren't too bad. I found it much easier to defeat them if you stay mounted on Torrent. Before we continue our warpath against the dragon race, there is a crucial step in the questline where we'll first have to head south and speak to another NPC. Now, just run past these golden sheep, and trust me when I say do not mess with any of them. I made that mistake, and they're pretty quick, and they'll take you out really fast. Just keep heading south until you see a large dead dragon with an NPC standing nearby. Speak to her until you can devour the draconic essence. Now that that's out of the way, head back to where we fought the Jagged Peak Drake, and instead of heading south, this time we're going to go through the stone arches to the northeast. Now this path is pretty straightforward until our next site of grace. Now from this side of grace, keep heading south along the ridge, and you'll come across two large Jagged Peak Drakes fighting it out. You'll need to defeat these two for the next step of the quest. Now you can either run in and start going to town, or you can wait till one of the drakes takes out the other one and then go from there. Once both drakes are defeated, Igon can be found laying on the ground near the east exit of the arena. Speak to him and receive his furled finger. This is what we'll use to summon him when we fight Bayle. Now keep heading east. Once you get to this spot, just be mindful of the falling boulders, kind of weave in and out of the blockades to the right. Once you're in the clear, you're going to come across our next boss in the Dragon Genocide, Senessax. I found him surprisingly easy to beat compared to what people were saying online. You just have to stay mounted and do passing attacks without staying too close to his back end because he likes to do this spinning attack where he whips around. Now, once he is defeated, head north to our next site of grace. From here, the path gets a little bit tricky and you'll have to watch out for the random lightning. Just follow the path I'm taking, stay mounted on Torrent, and the platforming section shouldn't be too difficult. Now, once you reach the next site of grace, you've reached the most challenging part of the quest, in my opinion. It's the Bayle the Dread boss fight. But you cannot just run in and fight him for the quest. After you enter the arena, you'll need to first locate the golden summon sign slightly to the left to summon Igon into the fight. He must be in the fight when you defeat Bayle to officially finish the quest. Now, I have to say this boss fight is one of my favorites in the entire game, and it is super cinematic. I had a ton of fun with this one, even though it did take me 2 days to finish. Once Bayle is defeated, you'll have to just head back to where the two drakes fought, interact with Igon's body, and the great bow and armor set are yours. If you enjoy fast and easy guides, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and as always, good luck and have fun.